Hey everyone, it's Sanni and hi from Paris. So I'm back in Paris and I actually on my little mini move back from London to Paris, I broke one of my really expensive light bulbs. They're like this big that goes inside of that light box. And so I think I managed to get an equivalent one. It's meant to be true daylight, and that is actually important because I'm going to do my top 10 MAC lipsticks today. I've been asked to do this video, I don't even remember how many times now. MAC obviously has tons of lipsticks. My favorite might, not be your favorites. My favorites are based on the colors that suit me and also some of the ones that I use consistently on clients that are kind of more colors that suit everyone. So I'll let you know which one each of them is. And also I might add, some of them are in your, normal matte casing. Some of them are decanted into palettes, so I'm going to be kind of either using them straight from the bullet or from here. I'm going to do every single one of them without any lip liner, so the color won't be affected. And yeah, so I'm armed with lots of wet wipes and some concealer to go around my mouth between each lipstick, because especially once we get to the reds, I'm kind of working up from nudes to medium tone to reds, so that it'll start kind of staining a little bit, so I'm gonna have to conceal around my lips in like intermittently. Rest of my makeup is super neutral. I just wanted to concentrate on the lipstick. So I'm going to start with nudes, and I'm going to start with one of my all-time favorite nudes, which is Pure Zen, and it's a cream sheen. A lot of my favorites are cream sheens. It's just, I don't know, I'm a fan of the texture. As you know, like MAC has tons of different finishes. This one is a peachy nude. It is for my NC25 complexion. It is quite a true nude. I personally can't go too, I would say, mauvey, or I just like, my skin just starts looking sallow and sick. Second one is Cream Cup, and it's right here in the top corner. This is a blue based nude, and I use this and like an awful lot on people. Loads of people that want kind of a pink but with a little bit of a blue hue. For photography, the blue hue seems to, in my opinion, it just looks prettier. And I'm going to use this with a brush. It is very nude as well. Often for photography, pinks with a little bit of blue in them, depending on your skin tone, of course, seem to look a little bit flattering. And this is for brides that want a nude lip. I actually use this instead of something peachy because it just looks fresher. So this is Cream Cup. For me personally, I tend to veer towards very neutral nudes like Pure Zen, but sometimes I really want that kind of blue undertone, so then I'll wear Cream Cup on myself as well. I'm going to allow myself one honorable mention here before we leave the nudes, and it is MAC's Plink. Now this is really, really old, and the reason why this is an honorable mention, it is actually a luster. I wore this on my wedding day almost 3 years ago, and for me, I wanted kind of half gloss, half lipstick, so lusters are great, and I can apply this without a mirror, so I kept reapplying it the whole time. And also it was just great because I had kind of quite a smoky eye. I wasn't a traditional bride, so to speak, so it worked for me, but I had to mention this as an honorable mention. And it is quite a true, very pale nude pink, but because of the luster finish, it kind of seems glossy as well. Because again, I was low maintenance bride, as in I didn't want to have lipstick and gloss. So yeah, this was my bridal lipstick and my little honorable mention. So speaking of brides, my most used bridal color is MAC's Modesty. This suits so many people and it's the perfect kind of your lips but better type shade. It is a mauve, so for some reason, like, I'm for lips, I'm not a mauvey person, so I use it sometimes. And this is also a really interesting color because it comes out completely differently on lots of heat now. So don't get me wrong, I do use it, but when I go nude, I tend to go more nude. But on some people this comes out way pinker, and then on other people it comes out almost like just your lips but with a better finish. So with all lipsticks you have to remember that they do, you know, come out completely differently depending on the color of your lips and also your skin tone, all sorts of things. And actually, now that I'm putting this on without any lip liner, it doesn't look as mauvey as I remembered on me. But yeah, MAC's Modesty is my most used bridal color. So my favorite peachy color from MAC is MAC Ravishing. And let me just check. Oh my god, I haven't checked which one it is. I think it's a cream sheen actually as well. I am in love with cream sheens. It's a peach, but it's not too peachy. It was, you know, a tough competition between MAC's Ravishing and MAC Morange, but that's pretty hardcore and it does make a statement. But actually, as far as favorite lipsticks go, MAC Ravishing, and it's a beautiful peachy neutral color, so I'm gonna put that on now. I just lost the end of this on the floor. There's an element of vintage to this that I absolutely love. Yeah, this really does have kind of like, I don't know, it's a color of a bygone era, and I absolutely love it when I want to do a kind of a I would say 1960s type look on myself, and when I don't want to go too kind of just nude on the lips. So I love this, and it's kind of like, I don't know, for me it's a late 50s early 60s kind of color, and I love it. This I always do wear with a lip liner, but just to show you the actual color properly, this is MAC Ravishing. So next one is a very browny color, and it's MAC's Verve. You can see that, and it's a satin finish. Now this to me is 1991, and every once in a while when I really feel like doing a very strong eyebrow, I'm going kind of browny with my lips, like that 1990s brown. This to me is a perfect color, and it's great also, like what I use it for more is toning down other colors. So it in fact it is one of the most used colors in my makeup kit, and it is because I add a tiny bit of this to tone down anything. So it's kind of like a plummy brown, and for me, this just conjures up the 90s. This is also a great neutral if you've got slightly darker skin tone, but on me it is 1991. And I usually team this with a very brown lip liner, so it's even more brown. But if you team it with a plummy liner, it can be a really pretty, it can kind of veer towards a pretty mauve if you're into mauves. Next we're moving on to brownie reds. My favorite brownie red is Camden Chic, and this is a mattine. This is the only mattine in my favorites, but this color I am so in love with. So I'm going to put this on straight from the tube. Usually I would definitely use a lip liner with this. Let's just correct that a little bit with a lip brush. So I absolutely love this color. This is still staying in the kind of 90s era, which, I don't know, there's something about it, something about the really pale skin and the brownie nude or brownie red lips and the big eyebrows that I just love. So yeah, and I do like the matines. They just didn't, that was the only matine that made it into my favorites. I'm clutching a tissue here. Next is one of my all-time favorites, and it's also, I have it in, but actually I think I've left mine in London, but it's here decanted as well, and it's Max Rebel. Now it looks super, super dark here, but once you put it on, it's actually a really wearable fuchsia, and pretty much any skin tone can wear it. On really pale girls, it looks amazing. It looks super bright. On darker tone girls, it just looks amazing. It looks more like a berry stain. It's just an amazing lipstick. Now, I gotta say that all these bright ones and dark ones, normally I would always wear it with a liner. So I absolutely love this. I wear this so much myself. When I'm wearing this, I hardly wear any eye makeup whatsoever. The lips are like the main statement, and most people that I put this on just fall in love with it. Two more to go. So what I'm doing in between is I'm using a wet wipe, quite a gentle one, wiping everything off. This Rebel stained so badly. If it feels like it's not coming off, just use tissue. First to dry your lips, then put on lip balm. And then really take it off, and then I have a little bit of my foundation, and I just go around my lip line. So this is a good trick as well if you need to change like lipsticks. So as you can see, Rebel has stained my lips a little bit anyways, but we've got two very bright lipsticks to go, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm going to end with the one that I'm going to wear, and I'm going to end with my all-time favorite matte lipstick. But before that, another favorite, and this is a very cold red, and it is called All Fired Up, and it's a matte. Now, it is like Ruby Woo. Actually, I'll show you Ruby Woo in next. Let me just check where it is. So this is Ruby Woo. This is All Fired Up. This is Ruby Woo. So All Fired Up is a cold cherry red, but it is pinker than Ruby Woo. So I'm just going to put this again straight from the bullet. We'll clean up the edges. And Ruby Woo at times can, you know, even though it's a cold red, it can end up just looking like a true red. So when I want to make sure I've got a cherry red on, this is what I use. Now when I wear this, I do tend to wear this with MAC Cherry lip liner, so it becomes a little bit redder. And this again has that, somehow it has that beautiful vintagey feel to it, so I just adore it. So the last one, my all-time favorite, MAC Red. Now, Ruby Woo was almost there. Really, she was almost there, but it wasn't it. For my personal skin tone, and just because it's such a classic, it's MAC's Russian Red. And I prefer the texture. It's not quite as dry as Ruby Woo. And this is just, to me, is, for my complexion, it is the perfect red. I always feel great when I wear this. So I normally wear this with MAC's Brick liner, or I can wear it with MAC's Red. I think it's with 2Ds liner as well, depending a little bit on which tone I want to go to. But the undertones are so rich. It has the tiniest hint of like a brown undertone in it. And for me, it just makes it ever so slightly vintagey, ever so slightly classic, ever so slightly just really deep. So this is my favorite MAC Red for myself and for so many other people. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and below let me know your favorite MAC lipsticks. I would love to know, because like one day I'm probably gonna have them all. I don't have them all right now, but one day I probably will. So yeah, let me know your favorites, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.